Hello and welcome back to the channel. I thought I would just add a little bit of content in just to show what I do on my day-to-day work. You've all seen me mechanical work. That's pretty boring, just trying to watch people doing that. But what I get asked off a lot of customers is to find cars for them to buy or sell cars for them. So I'll just switch the camera around. You've seen on a previous video the CR-V. That's a car that I've got to get MOT'd and ready for sale due to family bereavement. Another one of my customers had a small amount of money to spend on a cheap car because his car's knackered. It's actually a Corolla the same as mine, which I'm quite keen to get off him before we scrap it for some spare parts, just to keep in a kind of collection bin. Anyways, at the minute, trying to buy a cheap used car has been nigh on impossible. And I've been looking for 2 months for a half decent car for this guy. It's really annoying because this guy doesn't look after the cars very well, and I was hoping to find some beaten up old banger that I don't really care less about, but I've just bought him this today, which I've checked it on the lift, and it is absolutely mint, and I mean mint. Rust free, completely underneath. I'm absolutely shocked how good this car is underneath. And on the body I'll go around and I'm going to give it a quick wash, but I'm losing the light, but I will come back at the end of this video after a quick wash. I think it's got about 10 month MOT on, and all I can actually find wrong with this car is this tyre at the front is not the best, and the typical earth fault with these where you get a little bit of a party dance going on the back light like that. As you can see, there's just a slight little bit of distortion in the tail light when the indicator's gone. Know exactly what that is. It's just the actual bulb unit matrix, and you can get them from a scrap yard or pick them up for less than 20 quid, which will be getting dealt with soon. But the problem is with this car, I'm getting it for him, and I really like it myself. Same as I do with that. But I do not need 5 cars if I add these two to my collection. I really don't. I would love to, but how often do you see these about now? This is becoming a very rare modern classic, a pre-facelift Clio 2. Obviously you get the Clio 1s, but this, and I love that this is my favourite looking Clio. They're just so underrated, and they just are what they are. And you know what it is, mechanically and electronically they're so much better than the facelift Clio, which come on about 5102 plate. So this is a very late pre-facelift, and I really do like the pre-facelift. First up, you know this car's not had a hard life, because these lights would be all smoky because they're plastic, and these are like new. They're not new, but they're like new. Little scuff there, but this little car's just so tidy and rust free. I really like it. It's nothing special, it's just, what is it, a grande spec, but it's actually not a bad spec for one of these. Electric windows. We'll have a walk around. It needs a bit of a wash. I'm going to give it a quick wash before I take it up to the customer the night, which I really don't want to do, because this car won't be looking like this for long when he gets his hands on it. He's just not, a car's just a device for him. He's not interested in cleaning it or what it is, unfortunately. But again, under the bonnet, again, the other ones had the newer style 1.2. This is the old school one. Proper little sewing machine. Just really reliable, these engines. They do have problems like any if not looked after, but sweet as a nut that. Bosch S4 4-year battery on it, just being serviced. Like I said, again, due to an old fella not being able to drive anymore, having to give up driving. Usual fault with these is these rust, and this was like absolutely brand new. I put some grease on it to stop it from rusting, but you sharp know if these have had a rough life, because they will be rotten, and it wasn't. New starter motor, spot on. Just little sewing machine engine that. I do like these front ends of these. We'll have a quick look around the interior. It's got all the documentation. Haven't even looked through it, but it's supposed to have had a lot of work done. Interior is mint. Electric windows. Back seats, spot on. Windy rear windows. Nice size boot on these as well, do you know that? Much bigger than most other stuff. It's got all of the original spare wheel with the kit. I should not do these videos, do you know that? Because I taught myself into flipping buying these cars. I would have this if I needed a cheap little runabout, but I already have one. And I have a MPV. And I have a 4 litre V6 4-wheel drive, which only gets used for towing the caravan. So I really don't need any more cars. Always check these windows are up. which I'll do on the other side, because that's a common thing with leaking, and so is the sunroofs on these. Top tip, if you're ever going to buy a Clio like this, first thing you need to do, if it's got a sunroof, is feel the passenger side carpet underneath if it's dry. Because what happens is it gets wet, and then under here is a BCM, body control module. They get damp, it shuts the whole car down, and the car may as well just be scrap. So always check that. We'll jump inside and have a look inside. Again, twin electric windows. Jump in. Oh, heaters are nice in here. Yeah, so got the nice screen on it, you know, which you didn't get on a lot of these options. It's got some aftermarket CD player, which does actually work, USB connectivity, and let's face it, in something like this, that's what you want. They look a bit cheap and naff, but they work, and it brings the car up to modern days, like, kind of levels. Nice simple display down here for your heaters and stuff. Again, your central lock-in ashtray has that switch in the usual silly place. And again, a sunroof, nice, but don't fiddle with these, because you will find they'll start to leak. Only got 72,000 mile on. Sweet as you like. No warning lights. Again, twin electric windows, common for these. Sorry, rephrase that. Uncommon for these. A lot of these have windy windows in the front. So yeah, what we're going to do, I'm just going to finish the video here, and I'm going to go and just give it a quick wash, and we'll see what it looks like before it goes away. Which I really wish it wasn't. For what money we've paid for this, I would like it just to sit in my little collection. Get it polished up. Ideal, no frills, little runabout. Let us know. Let us know in the comments. What do you think? I know these are just boring cars. I could fill honestly, I could fill my page full of top-end cars. Like, not like top-end cars, but, you know, like expensive cars. But I don't see the fun in new cars. Like, everybody keeps saying you should have kept the L200 and things. But when you've got a brand new car, you eventually run out of things to do. When you've got little cars like this, little projects, you can do them up, move them on. They don't cost you a lot of money. You know, like, they're good. Let us know if you like this kind of content. I do it for you guys. I just thought it would be a bit of an interesting thing to show more videos of what I do day to day, rather than just doing reviews and projects. See what you think of this from start to finish. All I've had to do is stick it on the lift, sprayed some wax oil underneath the clear stuff just to keep it right, because it's a regular customer of ours. Because I can't believe how good it is underneath, and I want it to stay that way. We need to get the new cluster put on that back light, which I'll do some hunting on eBay or through some scrap yards, and he's going to sort the tyre out. You get a new tyre for this for probably under 40 quid. But bar that, and the top tip, just so you know, anybody, if you know these have got earthen faults on the back, you don't even need to notice what's going on the back. If you switch your side light, if you put your foot on the brake, see how the fog light just blinks like that? See it? I'm just pressing the brake. And then if you put your lights on and keep the foot on the brake, the fog light goes on and off, even though we're not touching the fog light. And then if you put the indicator on, see how it flashes? But it doesn't on the left, because we know the fault is on the right. See, it stays on all the time there. So, but if you haven't got anybody to check on these, when you're going to check them, you'll know there's a fault with the earthen fault. If you just simply put the side lights on and indicate left, we know that side's fine. Indicate right, there's an earth fault. No big deal. Literally 30 seconds to take the unit out. Job done. So, I'll stop the video here and we'll give the car a quick wash. Apologies about it getting dark, can't be helped, and there's work going on in the garage, so there's a lot of noise going on. But here we go, quick wash. And I think that's come out alright, and I'm hoping, due to my new phone, it does pick up low light situations quite good. That looks a whole lot better. Genuinely, I know, like, obviously it's wet, but it really does look that good even in the daylight. The paintwork is spot on. So, this is going to its new owner now. Pity it wasn't to me. So, yeah. And I might do a quick video at the end of it to show the car like that, Corolla E11, we're getting to scrap. And I think I'll pull a few bits off it before it goes to be getting crushed. As it's getting picked up from the here, I can take some stuff off, which will probably stop it from running. So there we go. Quick clean. Let us know what you think. I do this on a regular basis when cars used to be sensible money, but now at the moment it's like I say, it's took me it's got to be 2 months or more since November to find this for the guy. Don't get us wrong, there's loads of stuff I could have jumped out there and got, but there would have been a pile of rubbish, and this, in my opinion, is a canny little car. So there we go. I'll not end this video here. I'll end it on the Corolla of when I bring it back. So that's this one away, and next time he says on this video, we'll have the car that we're going to scrap. I would be tempted to keep it, but it is quite far gone, so I'm just going to use it as a parts car for that one and move on from there. Well, this is the final part of the Renault Clio video. It's gone to its new owner, and this old girl, unfortunately, is going to the scrapyard. I'm going to make this one very short to end this video off, because I'm going to start a new video of, we're going to strip this one down, a few bits off, to keep for mine. Believe it or not, there's not that much I can take off it, but I'm going to certainly have a go. I've got an hour, so I'm going to crack on and get some parts taken out, but I'm going to cut to the chase without going looking around it. We'll do that when I'm stripping bits off it in the workshop. So, 'cause it's too windy out here. But yeah, there's actually a surprise, even though they're both the same year, there's a lot of difference between a 3-door and a 5-door. Just under the bonnet alone, there's a lot of difference between them, which I've just noticed. As well as the interior is very different, because there's switches in all different places and everything, which I didn't realise. If you look at like the aircon buttons and everything on that one, then if you look on mine, it's all very different, weirdly. So yeah, that's the end of the Renault Clio one. He's getting a new owner. This one's going to the scrapyard this afternoon, unfortunately. Just requires too much work. So I'm going to end this video here. So there you go, there's an insight to what I do. Find somebody a decent car, and then I take over sending this away to our local scrapyard. He comes and picks it up. I don't have anything to do with that, and the cheque is written out to the guy who owns the car. I'm not making nothing, making a few quid on getting him the car, but as for getting rid of his car, I'm not making nothing on that one. So there you go. If you like that, leave a comment, like, subscribe. If you want to see more little bits of jobs I do like this, which I can film easily, feel free, leave a comment, hit the like button. If you enjoy watching the content, hit the subscribe. It all helps me figures. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you in another video. Bye.